Let's Nightfall, episode 39, and this week's Nightfall is the Winter's Run Strike. It's a super easy Nightfall this week, so if you are under light, get on in here. The active modifiers are Void Burn, Berserk, Small Arms, Fresh Troops, and Daybreak. So once you enter the cave, you're going to have a couple Scions fighting some Fallen. Just throw a nade or two, you'll be able to take them out very, very quickly. Now once we enter the more large cave area, don't push in, just sit back. We're going to sit back right here. There's going to be two snipers. Take them out. They're on the very far end. They only do solar damage, so you don't have to worry about them too much, but you definitely want to take them out right away. Then you will have some taken, again, fighting Fallen. Spam those nades, spam that super, spam that primary. You're going to have an invisible Minotaur who you want to take out. He is the dangerous enemy in this first cave. Once you take out that taken Minotaur, feel free to take out some lingering adds or totally bypass them and move on up to the second level. You're just going to have some Scions over to the left. You can bypass these guys that I'm throwing my nade at right now. Once we move up to the second level, again, do not push up. We need to take out some snipers beforehand. We have a couple Hoobaglooban snipers right there in the back end, and they do void damage, so we have to be very careful. Just use these rocks and the cover around you to not get hit. There's two of the Hoobagloobans. Once you take them out, I like to take that Blight out up top because that's where we're going to be making our run. There's going to be some lingering Scions down here. Feel free to run past these guys after taking out the Hoobaglooban snipers because the snipers are the dangerous enemies along with that invisible Minotaur back down on the lower level of this cave area. As we work our way up the hill here, there's going to be some Scions that spawn, so just be aware of that. Be careful if you chuck a nade. Last thing you want to do is kill yourself with your own grenade. As far as setups go, rock those Void subclasses. Titan and Warlocks, if you can rock double nades, rock double nades. Warlocks with the Vampire build, double scatters, you're going to be able to be spamming your nades pretty much instantaneously. As far as your gun setup goes, guys, rock Void stuff. If you have access to a Void primary, rock it. If you don't, no worries, not the end of the world. Your primary is going to be melting regardless because Small Arms is on. Now we're working our way out to this huge open area. You're going to have Fallen fighting Taken again. You're going to have a ton of Scions down low right here. Spam those nades, spam that super. You want to take those Scions out quick. You don't want those suckers to start splitting because they can get annoying. You can shoot the adds from all the way back here if you want to. So if you want to chill, you're super under light, feel free to chill out. On your left, across this little bridge, you're going to have three solar snipers, so don't forget about them. If you're focused on the adds down low, you can get killed very, very quickly, so don't forget about these three snipers. There are three of them, and they do solar, so it's not the end of the world if they start hitting you, but you can get killed pretty quickly. You're going to have a couple invisible Minotaurs, you're going to have a couple captains, you're going to have a couple goblins. They're going to be fighting each other. If you want to hang out and just chill back there, you're super under light, you don't care about time, then let them fight each other. If not, roll up here, spam nades, spam rockets, spam primary, spam your super. With Daybreak on, guys, you're going to absolutely sprint through this Nightfall. Now, you have to take out all the initial adds before you can pop your ghost at the door. The second you pop your ghost, we are bailing. Get out of there. Bail, bail, bail away, bail up to Pride Rock up here. You're going to have a bunch of Hoobaglooban snipers that do void damage, and they're going to be down in the lower area, so we have to be very, very careful. You're also going to have a couple invisible Minotaurs, so you don't want to be peeking out of cover for too long. We're going to pop some shots, spam some nades like you see me spamming right now, and just be careful. You don't want to be peeking out too long. You have Pride Rock here, and that gives you a lot of cover. After you pop a couple shots, back on up. It's going to block a lot of that damage. If you're not poking your head out over the end, these adds down low are not going to be able to hit you. And as you see, guys, with Daybreak on, or if you're Warlock with Energy Drain, Vampire build, you're just going to be able to be spamming nades 24/7. Now, be careful with these invisible Minotaurs. Just because they don't do void damage, they still do a lot of damage, even with solar, and they can get you killed very quickly. If you're not paying attention, you lose sight of them, you're poking your head out too long, you're not, going in and out of cover, you can get killed. So be very, very careful about that. And if you lose sight of them, just poke your head out and they will come to you. These adds, it might take them a little while, but they will sooner or later mosey on out. Here he comes right now. They will come to you if you're out of cover. If you want them to go away, you want them to stop spamming, then just sit back on Pride Rock a little bit, hang out for 10-15 seconds, they'll go away. So here we go. Second wave is inbound. I'm going to use my super real quick. That is three major snipers right there. They can be dangerous. They do solar damage, so try to take them out as quickly as possible. Just float a rocket, use your super and primary, some nades. You'll be able to take them out very quickly. You can fall back even further than I am now if you do get in trouble with those snipers. Along with the snipers, You're going to have a bunch of acolytes, and the difficult enemies of this second wave is you're going to have 3 centurions. They're going to be down low, though they will push up on you if you kind of push up on them. And they're going to do void damage, and then they do the little, ogre balls, the little void balls, whatever the heck we want to call them. I don't know what they're called. Those are going to absolutely wreck. So you need to be very careful, and you need to be aware of them. And all 3 centurions are majors, so be careful. Again, if you need to fall back, fall back. These guys will push up on you. As you see, that guy, he's starting to mosey on over here. You can fall all the way back, guys. You see, I'm going to fall back a little bit, give myself a little bit more distance to see the little ogre balls coming, and I also want to get an eye on the centurions. Now, they won't all push up on you. It's kind of whatever, they kind of make up their own mind. So that guy stayed down low, whereas the 3rd centurion that is still up, he is over here on the left by the sniper, so he pushed up. And be careful. You hear that noise of the ogre balls going? Be careful. You see, I just got hit by one. I'm at 400 light. Does quite a bit of damage. So if you are under light, you have to be very, very careful during that second phase when you're trying to take out the centurions. You can fall even further back if you want to, if you're lower light. Go all the way to the way back and just snipe those guys. And that way you can see those ogre balls coming from a mile away. Now for these next 2 portions, I would normally just tell you to sparrow by these. But with Void Burn on, you could do a chance because you will come back. This is your checkpoint right here. So if you want to chance it, then chance it. I would suggest just taking the 30 seconds to take out these Hubagluben snipers. There's going to be 3 of them kind of in the middle of this open area, as you see the 3 right there. And then you're going to have another 2 that are even further back. So I would suggest just spending some time to take these guys out just in case. Granted, though, this isn't a year 1 Nightfall. You're not going to kick the orbit. Your checkpoint is the sparrows. So if you want to try and go past them, go past them. If you do that before taking the enemies out, hug the right side. Go to the right. Try to be as far away as the Hubaglubens are pretty much predominantly on the left, though those 2 in the back, they're kind of, I don't know, in the middle of this open area. As you see me choking snipes, I'm going to fast forward here. You're not missing anything, guys. Just taking out the Hubaglumens. I didn't want to subject you to my terrible sniping. So if you are making your run, regardless, after taking them out or not taking them out, hug this right side. Be on this right in. Use that, your little jukes that you have on your Sparrow. Use that to zip in and out to not really get hit full on by those enemies. You will have a couple invisible Minotaurs, but you'll be able to speed right past them. Again, with this second area, I would normally tell you to just Sparrow on past this crap, but there's stuff that does void damage, and you also have an invisible Minotaur at the end. So I again would just take 30 seconds to a minute to clear these enemies out, clear the way, or just take out the void enemies. So you're going to have the void, predominantly the void enemies, they are up to the top right. You're going to have a couple snipers, you're going to have a couple goblins. Again, you're going to have that invisible Minotaur. Now, you don't have to take out the invisible Minotaur, just take out that blight for sure because you don't want to get slowed down. And then you see there is the conglomerate of just a bunch of snipers and goblins that do void damage. Just float a rocket, shoot your primary, spam some nades. You'll be able to clear those guys out fairly quickly. Once you do so, as I still have a lingering sniper, I'm going to back up. As you see, guys, I got hit by 2 of his little things and I almost got killed. I'm at 400 lights, so you have to be very careful with the void enemies. Once you take out this right hand in, just go on up to this second deck. You can ignore the rest of the enemies that are on the ground. You can take out this invisible Minotaur, or you can just run right past him. I'm going to take the time to take him out. Do another slide fast forward here. Away we go. Now we are on to the boss fight. Again, when you come in to this area, you're going to have some Taken, fighting some Fallen. If you want to, don't care about time. You already got Icebreaker. You're lower light. Let them fight to dwindle their ways down. If you are of light, then just come down here, guys. Spam nades, spam your super, spam your rockets, spam your primary, spam your special. So just be careful. You're going to have some scions. You're going to have some goblins. You're going to have a captain. Nothing too difficult, nothing too overwhelming. Stuff that's not doing void damage, not yet. Once you clear out the initial wave, then you're going to have to go to the platform to have the boss come in. Just come down here for half a second and bail. We're bailing. We're getting out of there. We're not going to be in this area at all. We're going to bail back up top here. This is where we're going to be doing the majority of our killing of ads. So there's going to be 4 phases. This is the Taken version of the boss. There's going to be 4 phases. First phase, boss is going to be down here. Second phase, he's going to be up in the upper cave. If you're totally unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, You'll see once we get to the second phase. Third phase, he's back down by you. Fourth phase, he's back up top. So for the first phase of ads, it's just Scion, so you don't have to worry about any Void. And what you do, guys, the Taken version, he just comes and chills right behind this rock. And you can just shoot him here. He's not going to push up on you at all. Hopefully you don't choke a bunch of snipes like myself. You will have some lingering Scions that push up on you. If they do, just spam a nade. Go back to doing damage. The second you hear that second wave coming in, we're going to bail back up top. As you see, there's just going to be some Scions that might push up on you, but you don't have to worry about any Void stuff. And you're just doing damage on the boss. You'll be able to see his head behind there. You won't have to worry about his attack, his Hadouken, black ball that he shoots at you that blinds you. You don't have to worry about that. It will be a little funky sometimes with the hit detection. Sometimes his head isn't completely showing, but as you see, guys, I'm just getting sniper shots. And he's just going to chill behind this rock, just giving you free reign to do damage on his dome. Hit detection will be a little funky at times, but as you see, guys, you're just going to be chunking away his health with your Void stuff. So here we go. The second wave is inbound. I am bailing back up top. The boss, he's going to go up to the big cave, so you don't have to worry about him if you do want to be down on the ground a little bit. I'm just spamming nades, guys. You're going to have Scions that do spawn. You're also going to have a couple invisible Minotaurs. Now, these invisible Minotaurs, they're going to be where the boss initially spawns in at, in that kind of circular platform. You need to be very careful with them, as their splash damage can get you killed very quickly. As you see, I'm going to float up. I'm going to float a rocket. I didn't really see one. I think I might have hit one. There are a couple of them. I believe there are 2 of them. So there's one right there, as you see. I hit him a little bit. I'm going to finish him off with my primary. But you have to be very, very careful of those invisible Minotaurs. Okay, so there's 2 of them. There's the second one right there. See, as I just got hit a little bit, and it still does quite a bit of damage. Even though they are not doing Void damage, they're doing solar, they can still do a lot of damage, guys. See, I got hit a couple times right there. So you have to be very, very careful of them. Again, along with the Minotaurs, you're just going to have some Scions. Nothing else outside of that. Though in the later rounds, we're going to have Void Snipers and Centurions and all that crap. So that's the back cave area right there, if you're totally unfamiliar with this strike. And the boss, he's just going to be moseying on, walking back and forth back there. If you want to, if he's back in the cave, you can come up on these rocks to get a better view of him. You'll have some Scions and whatnot. Nothing too difficult, nothing too overwhelming. You already took out the invisible Minotaurs. So he'll kind of come to this area right here. If you don't see him, then work back down towards your left, back where I'm going right now, as he could be in the back left-hand corner. He's just going to be in that general area. I'm going to do another fast forward here, guys. You're not missing anything. Just going to be doing damage on boss. Make sure not to push up on him. You want to be back in this area, because once we transition to the third wave, we need to bail back up top. So I'm just doing some more damage. He should be transitioning here soon. He's almost at half health. There we go. Next wave is inbound, and we are bailing. For this third wave, you're going to have goblins. They will do void damage, and you're also going to have a ton of snipers. You're going to have snipers up in the cave. You're going to have snipers way across in the left-hand corner of this room. The boss is now back by you as well. So just an FYI, don't push out too far, as the boss can wreck you very, very quickly. As you see some goblins pushing up on me right now, I'm simply just going to spam nades, spam away, try to get the little goblin, get his shield out of there. His buddy's back there giving him a shield. I'm going to fast forward again. All I'm going to do, guys, if you're Warlock, Titan, or Hunter, spam, spam, spam away until you feel that all the goblins, scions, whatever wave you're on, once they're down, then move down to the ground. Now you see all the snipers over there on that left-hand platform. You have plenty of cover. So just like you were doing in that first huge open area, poke your head out, do some shots, get back behind cover if you do see them do their little 3 void balls that can come all the way across the room. Just pop in and out. So you're going to have a couple Hooba Gloobin snipers up on that left-hand platform, and you're going to have a couple in the cave system as well. You'll probably also have a couple lingering goblins. As you see right there, there's a goblin right there, kind of in the middle area. They will work their way over to you, so don't forget about them. They will push up on you just like the scions will push up on you. Here's some more goblins that I'm going to be taking out from deep. You'll have a couple major goblins as well. As you see, I'm taking them out, but with void stuff on, guys, you're going to absolutely melt. So the boss is up here right there in that same spot he was in the first wave. So I totally forgot about the Hubba snipers. I thought I had taken them out already, but I am an idiot. And as you saw, I almost got one-shotted, so you need to be very, very careful. Make sure you take out all the dangerous enemies before you start focusing on the boss. But like I was saying, the boss for the third phase, he's going to be back up here in this spot, and you can just sit back here and just snipe away, use your primary. His head is going to be in plain view, as you see. I am just going to absolutely melt his health away. Once he transitions to the fourth phase, we are bailing back up top. Now, this fourth wave is the most dangerous wave because you're going to have a few Centurions, and they're going to do the stupid ogre balls. They do void damage as well. So you have to be very, very careful with this wave. You're going to have goblins. The goblins are going to be shielding them. So you need to be aware of the ogre balls. Once you hear it, back on up a little bit, get your primary out, and get focused. Spam, spam, spam away with grenades. Titans, a thing you could do if you want to. You could do a Blessings of Light bubble. There's a Centurion right there. As you see, I'm going to use my rocket launcher to take him out. So there's going to be 2 regular Centurions, and there's going to be 2 major Centurions. But like I was saying, Titans, you could go down there and pop an armor bubble, a blessings bubble, and put on Dark Drinker and just absolutely melt the Centurions with your sword if you want to. But as you see, guys, with your void nades, your void primary, your void rockets or machine gun, you're going to be able to take out the Centurions very quickly. But as you see, I have not pushed down yet. Don't go down to the ground until you take these ads out. There's no point in putting yourself in any danger. And I do know that there are 2 Centurions left. So we have a regular and a major left. Here's the regular guy right here. Again, with those ogre balls. Once you see them pop that out, get focused on it, take it out, then go back to doing damage. Also, with the fourth wave, the boss, he's back up in the cave system. So no, you don't have to worry about him when you push out. And there is the last Centurion. He is in the middle area. I'm hoping to bait him over here since he saw me. Hopefully he moseys on over. Should be. There he is right there. So if you don't see the last Centurions, just poke your head out. Once they see you, he will work his way over. And as you see, guys, he's going to be spamming those stupid ogre balls. And they do void damage as well. As you see, it does a lot of damage. It's taking my health low. So you have to be very, very careful. I was just waiting for my Nova Bomb, waiting for him to not have his stupid shield. Okay, cool. He doesn't. Nice, we took out the last Centurion. Once you take them out, now feel free to go down to the ground, but you're still going to have snipers, and you're also going to have some major goblins, so just be aware of that. Now, the goblins, they will push up on you. As you see, they're coming right now, but you're going to be able to melt them with your void stuff. So for this fourth wave, it combines the third wave with the fourth wave. So you're going to have the Hubba snipers up in that far left-hand platform, as there's a major goblin right there. And you're also going to have the Hubba snipers up in the cave system as well. So don't forget about them. Once you take out the Centurions, you're spamming your nades, spamming your super, you've taken out some goblins, you feel comfortable, move to the ground where I'm at right now. Now focus on spamming away at any lingering goblins and take out these snipers. I'm going to do a little fast forward here, just taking out the snipers. Now, you don't necessarily have to take out the cave Hubba depending on where the boss is. You'll see here in a second. He will be in certain areas. You see how far up he is in the room. We're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage on him, and we won't have to really worry about the Hubba snipers because they can't hit us from this angle. Now, once you start doing damage on him, though, then he's going to walk away. He's going to do his granny walk, and he'll waltz back up to the cave. Then you'll have to poke on out and take out those couple snipers. Once you do so, guys, strike's over. All you have to do is finish off the boss. Shoot him from deep. Either go up on the right hand in rocks if he's up in the cave area, or come to this left hand area where I'm at right now to see if he's on the left hand end of the cave. I don't see he's on the left hand end. Okay, so he must be in the cave. I'm going to come up on top of these rocks right here, get a good look. There he is right there. As I fall off the back of these rocks, so he's right there. We can shoot him in his kneecap and his toe. He will have his little Hadouken, but you don't have to really worry about that, guys. Just move to the left a little bit. You'll be able to easily dodge it. Spam those nades, spam those rockets, spam that primary, and spam that super. So there we go. We've done it. You've done it. Super easy solo this week, guys. You just got to be aware of those void enemies in the different areas. But all in all, it's a very easy solo this week, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully it helps you get it done this week. Have a good one. See ya.